I made homemade cinnamon rolls, and when I tell you that these cinnamon rolls were everything plus more, I really, really mean it. So starting off, I added 3/4 cup of warm milk. So to get your milk warm and not hot or not too cold, I heated it up in the microwave for 40 seconds. Then I added 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 packet of active dry yeast. You're then going to go in with 1 egg plus 1 egg yolk. Give it a good whisk. Make sure your yeast sits for at least 7 minutes. It should be foamy at the top. Then you're going to add in your 1 egg plus 1 egg yolk, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and 3/4 teaspoons of salt. I use bread flour. All-purpose flour should work too, but bread flour will yield the best results. So 3 cups of bread flour, and then mix that together. Okay, do not use a whisk for this step like I did. Use a spoon because it got stuck all to that whisk. So now I'm going to knead my dough for about 6 minutes. This will work best if you have a stand mixer, but I don't have a stand mixer, so I had to knead the dough by hand. Hopefully I can get me a stand mixer in the future because I want to try more baking recipes. Once you have kneaded your dough for about 6 minutes, you're then going to get a large bowl and spray some cooking spray in it. Be sure to cover the top and bottom of your dough ball. Then you're going to cover it with a towel and let it sit for at least an hour. While your dough rests, you're going to get started on your filling. I use 3/4 cup of light brown sugar, cinnamon as much as you like, and 1/4 cup of melted butter. I would suggest you use 6 tablespoons of melted butter. That way it gives an easier spread. It was kind of hard for me to spread, and I feel like I needed a little bit more filling. So just use a little bit more butter. Flatten your dough into a rectangular shape and then spread your filling across the top. You're then going to use a cookie cutter. Not a cookie cutter. You're going to use a pizza slicer or a pizza cutter or whatever it's called and slice it into strips. Once you cut all your strips, you're then going to roll it up to form your cinnamon roll. Place your cinnamon rolls in a baking dish and then cover for 30 minutes. Coat the bottom of your baking dish with heavy whipping cream. Bake in the oven at 350 degrees for 25 minutes. While your rolls are baking, you're going to get a half a block of cream cheese, splash of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of butter, and 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. Then you're going to whisk until smooth. This cream cheese icing was very good. It wasn't too sweet. If you want it to be sweeter, just add more powdered sugar. Once the 25 minutes are up, take your cinnamon rolls out the oven, and then you're going to cover in that icing. Spread an even layer across all your cinnamon rolls. Let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then enjoy your cinnamon rolls. Look how bouncy they are. These were amazing.